I recently picked up this 2010 Toyota HiAce. It used to be an electrician's work van, and now I'm planning on giving it a new lease of life by converting it into a camper. Before I started building, I had lots of things to consider and watched heaps of YouTube videos for inspiration. The main things I wanted were durability, room for my surfboards without needing to strap them to the roof racks every time, and not to break the bank. So first step, I gave it a massive clean out, and then I had to knock together a timber frame so my insulation panels could sit underneath the ply-board floor.
Alright. So, we went and got some wood and made ourselves a little frame like we saw in so many other videos. Just got like 3 meter by 42 mil by 15 thick, and then we got some foil board, which I'll show you over here in a sec, that we'll fill in the gaps with to insulate the floor, and then a sheet of ply we got, which is also over there on top. So yeah, we got the ply, which is 15 mil here, so it should all be nicely soundly insulated. Cutting out my first shapes. The saw is good. It makes a little bit of a mess everywhere, but you know, repurpose it, sell it as snow or something. And it has slotted the first piece smack bang in there. Look at that. It's gonna look crazy once it's all done. That's a terrible one.
Once I finished with sawing the styrofoam and had a huge mess to clean up that still floats around and haunts me in the garage to this day, I moved on to the wheel wells. My friend recently had some sound deadening from a van fit out he did himself, so he had just enough left over for me to use.
Always cut towards yourself.
And covering up the wheel wells is definitely recommended. It cuts down a huge portion of the road noise and makes it a whole lot nicer to drive around.
Pretty much all I'll have to do now is cut the corner out. It should wrap nicely around there. Oh yeah, beautiful. And that one's made a getaway. Come here. Cool. Yeah, no worries. Awesome, I'll be around. Easy, see you soon, bye. Part-time salesman. Tell you what. Dodgy brothering it up, but I'll have to get in there with an actual sharp knife, and I'll just cut it like down here. It's probably going to be a nightmare, but the rest of it's stuck pretty well, so I'm not too unhappy with that, considering it's just going to end up getting a bit of wood stuck up to the side of it pretty much. Maybe I'll end up putting something on top of it too, but who knows? Who knows? Time to do that one. Okay, I figured this out, how to do it really nicely now. Pretty much cut your piece to length, mark your center so you can easily line it up, get your gross foot on there, hold it down, fold it around, fold it both sides so it looks schmicko, just so it creases along there, and then you can sort of mark and get the idea of where the halfway point is. Automatically cut it, and you're gonna just rip this half off, line that up, stick the top half. Alright, so that's stuck down now the whole way across here, but the plastic's only ripped, or the paper's only ripped back half, and you can just pretty much push it down like this, wrap it around, and then you can just tell where you need to cut. So you pretty much can like just cut here, fold it over, and cut here again, and it'll be a lot neater than that ugly first thing that I did. So it doesn't really, this one ended up a little bit nicer, but it doesn't really matter how it looks, it just stuck down better that way of doing it. So I just like pretty much felled it down and just bent it and cut out all the excess, and it's nice and easy to stick up. And what the hell's that? Where did she come from? How sticky is that? Oh.
It's a girl. It's a girl, Chels. Just hanging with the van. That's all I'm doing. At the moment, Zach just finished the flooring things and the insulation.
It's gonna sound so bad.
And we're gonna go for a drive later. Got some things to do, so we're gonna test out the sound deadening things.
Looks good.
Oh wait.
Get out of the wind. A little bit. Oh, good acoustics in here. Plan for today is I want to get the whole floor done. So I'm about to head off and head to my parents' place because they've got all the tools. My neighbour's got band saws and everything needed to cut this up because I have nothing. I got nothing in the shed. And then hopefully I should be able to do the vinyl myself and figure that out. So ready to get into it. Woo, big day today. Got a little helper. Bon. Hey. This is Bonnie. She's very gorgeous. She's a good helper. She's not at all obsessed. So, this was in the back of the van when I got it, just like a work mat thing, and it's already got the shape of the van. So my plan, I've already sort of sketched it out because this isn't long enough to cover the van, so I'll have to cut a bit off the side, but I'll be able to lay it out, trace the template, figure out how much extra I need and trace them. Then I'll be able to jigsaw it up and cut it and shove it in there. So, exciting. Hello, come here. Do something funny. Fuck! So this is the size of the back of the van laid out pretty much, and we'll see how I go, and you can learn from my experience. But I think I'm just gonna trace this out, and then this extra little bit here, obviously, I can get 2 drops. I think I've worked it out, it's like 1500 wide. So we've got this little notch out, and I might have to even get in here with sandpaper and thin it out here, just because it's like the engine sits under here in this car. Like obviously the back of the gearbox or something comes out here, something's going on there, so it's raised up a bit, which makes it a bit hard. So I've hopefully cut a chunk enough out that it sits into this little protrusion out here, and then I might have to do a little bit of sanding, but we'll see. Yeah, so what I did with the mat that I traced, I sort of traced it on and then left it a bit wide because it's like a bit of a pain to take it in and out over and over again, but I really wanted it to be snug because I know for a fact that the mat, like here's an example, when I traced the mat it's like here, but I've just measured the width of the van, like the mat came to here, so it wasn't perfect. Cut it a bit wider and it's sitting pretty nice everywhere really, like that'll come up nicely and marry up with the door here, which will be sick. But this was just like a bit of a head fuck. The mat was just mangled pretty much, so. Hey! Fuck! About to start the next cut. Look at that. It's coming along. It's good to be walking on it. Pretty neatly cut in. There's a few gaps here and there, especially down there. It's sort of the main trouble one, and I'm just fitting these last 2 pieces here. I just took the foam out for the time being because it was just flying everywhere. The plan for today was to get the vinyl in, and then a couple of days from now I was going to try and tackle the walls and then the bed, but I'm going to do the vinyl in a couple of days now. I won't have time today. I'm running out of daylight and I'm over it, so nearly there. This little transmission tunnel area here is just the death of me. The whole bit of wood I think is like not perfectly flat. So under here when I'm not on it, it was a little bit of a gap. And I was just doing my head in and I thought it was not there, so I kept taking it out and planing it and cutting off millimeters to think it'd fit, and it just sort of didn't. But I think with the finishing I'll just put the vinyl sheet all the way up and run it up underneath this black stuff, and then this black stuff will sit down on top. That should be, you know, thought I'd have the vinyl done today, but it's a problem for another time. I'll have a look tomorrow. Today the plan is to bolt the frame to the ground however we do, and also bolt the actual floor that I cut out, bolt that to the ground as well. Initially with this frame the plan was I would drill into the existing mount holes in here, up over there, and then I could just have it to be easily removable. but upon cutting out those boards, they've kind of got like a natural curve in them a little bit, and it's a little springy. So we're just gonna bolt directly to this.
I don't move your camera.
Wow, that's amazing.
There's your camera. Hello. Fuck!
Alright, the plan was to just tack the floor down, and we just went a bit crazy with it and put screws everywhere. We just like literally did every single cross member, because last thing you want is a rattly van when you're doing it. And now I'm foil taping it up, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but my thoughts are that you're just trying to seal every gap between the wood and the foam so it forms a tight seal, and if it's insulated, I don't know, but we'll do it and it'll be good. Looks like an alien spaceship. I went hardcore the whole way around. I didn't know how to do it, but I just made it airtight. So we're just about to drill down the wood boards now. We just went crazy, screwing everything everywhere. Did a little bit of art in there, signed it as you do. I think that is a successful day, and I'm stoked to leave it all glued in. Next step, we're gonna do some vinyl flooring, put some insulation in the walls, and it's like, then you just build a bed and it's done. So really good progress today finally. Super stoked.